Yo, Jason Eubanks and hihbowling.com. This is not a bar review. This is one of those random videos you never know I'm going to do, so make sure you are subscribed. As you can see, I'm reporting live from Mesa, Arizona. I'm in my garage. I'm set up to drill. Don't tell nobody. I'm not drilling nobody's stuff. This is for my own personal use. But I'm not out of retirement yet. I'm not drilling yet. That's probably in the future. Just getting set up. But it's about 100 and something degrees and it's hot. So you have to excuse me if I'm fanning myself or wiping my face. New viewers, there's gonna be a lot of new people watching this video. I'm not a hater. I just tell it like it is. And there's nothing, before you leave those comments, there's nothing a two-hander can do physically that I cannot do. Speed, rev rate, lofting it, anything, period. So get that out your mind. I just call it down the middle. I don't have a horse in this race. I'm just tired of the bickering back and forth between the purists and two-handers, and they're right and I'm wrong, and it was always legal. No, it was legal. Facts right here. So what I did is I Googled this. This is the only copy they had on Amazon. This is some guy, some bookstore just selling a random rule book for the ABC, WIBC, and YBA. Now before we go too far, these governing rules apply to American bowlers only. These were the governing, for my younger viewers, these three governing bodies is what is now the USBC. I guess they all merged together, got bought out, went underneath. I don't know, I don't remember. But I started bowling in '89, so that's why, you know, I kind of have an idea what was legal and what was not. So let's get right into it, and I'll scan it and put the page so you can read along with me. According to ABC and WIBC, general playing rules. These are the men and women adult bowlers, you know, bowl for cash, blah, blah, blah. Legal delivery. Rule 4A. A delivery is made when the ball leaves the player's possession and crosses the foul line into playing territory. See Rule 8. Every delivery counts unless a dead ball is declared. A delivery must be made entirely by manual means. No device may be incorporated in or affixed to the ball that detaches on delivery or is a moving part during delivery except as provided in Rule 4B and C. So you can check those rules out if you want. Pretty much what that is saying is you can't have some magic device hooked up to your shoulder, to your elbow, that hooks into the bowling ball, that releases the ball when you press this button over here. That's pretty much what that's saying. There are special considerations to that, you know, like amputees or whatnot, or prosthetics, but I think it says every device has to be approved by this governing body. Okay, so remember that. So he's like, hey, you really didn't solve anything, right? No, I didn't. It really wasn't cut and dry, and I think this is how bowling has, almost, you kind of say failed, but things weren't plain Jane, like with the whole X hole. What's a thumb hole? What's a weight hole? What's a grip hole? What's a vit hole? Like, people manipulated the rules so much that if there wasn't a rule in it about it, it was legal until it, you know, it's almost like it's not a problem until it is a problem. Not saying that's what two-handed bowling is, I'm just saying. Okay, so yeah, that proved nothing at all, right? So as I'm like, dang, I wasted 30 bucks for this book for nothing. I thought I was onto something. But if you come here to chapter 20, right here in the back of the book, Biff's Peewee Bowling Club supplement, right? Okay, let me read this before I read something else. Note, these guidelines are only applicable to Biff's Peewee Bowling Club members. Youth members are governed by membership rules appearing in the remainder of this rule book. Refer to ABC, WIBC playing rules and Youth Division Standard League rules as a guide in handling situations not covered in this supplement. Meaning, anything that you read in here is only for the Peewees, right? You know, and it talks about age and being able to physically pick up a ball. You know, for the handicap, you're eligible, but because it's like no younger than 3, and no older than 7. That's what it says for this division. But if you're, disabled, we can waive that or something like that. So everything in this rule book is only applied for that. And another reason why is because it's not sanctioned. YBA Youth Personal Achievement Awards are not available in Biff's Peewee's Bowling Club members. What that tells me is that anything that you read in this section, and I'll post it, doesn't apply, is not part of normal bowling. That's why they have to specify it in here. The use of bumpers, or even you can use a 45-foot lane, foul line to the hairpin can be 45 feet. But check this out. There is two sentences in here about two hands right here. Bowlers may use both hands when delivering the ball. The ball must be rolled, not lofted. Now, if bowling, just by simple, I guess, law or verbiage, if something was already legal, why did they have to specify that it's legal again, right? You guys follow me? If you're, you have a driver's license, do you see, speeds posted in your neighborhood? Go outside and look. Show me where it says in a residential area how fast you're supposed to go. It really isn't. You kind of just know. So they, you just kind of know because you have your license. You can't go 70 because it's not posted. But I think problem is we live in a generation now where everything has to be cut and dry, black and white. If it's not in the rule, it's not a rule. But that's cool too. But ask yourself, why would they put it in a rule book saying that you can do it if it was already legal? Just my point of view. So, and I can tell you, this is my conspiracy theory right here. Let me put on my foil hat somewhere. I got a conspiracy pearl around here somewhere. But my theory is this: people that bowled in this area, so it's not the old folks hating or the purists or hating on the two-handers or nothing like that. This is what I think. Because anybody who bowled, I started in 1989 bowling, right? I was 7. So anybody that bowled in this time frame went through the junior program. That was kind of like going to college before you went to the NBA, right? Before you turned adult, you bowled the juniors. Okay, so I'd be surprised if there was more than, I honestly don't know any junior that bowled with two hands in this time frame. One, because the coach wouldn't let you. Two, it was assumed, I guess it was kind of indirectly against rules to do it, if that makes sense. So nobody used two hands. And 3, people just thought you looked silly. Okay, so this is where the conspiracy comes in. I think what happened was PBA, of course, has your own set of rules. People say, oh, well, there's one guy, I forget the guy's name, he bowled with two hands back in. I'm like, well, yeah, but if I'm right-handed, I can shoot at my 10 pins with my left hand. The PBA has their own set of rules. So it's like you can only do that in USB event, I believe, if it's singles and scratch. I think, or maybe just scratch. So if I want to shoot at my 10 pins left-handed, I could now. But yeah, so what happened was, my theory is the international stars come over, they're using two-handed. Remember that this rule did not apply to them. So they came over and they started scoring, they started winning or whatnot. Like, okay, cool. But how does that factor into today? I think what happened was there was an influx in recreational bowlers that started bowling because they saw the two-handed. Why? Because if you have your girl, this girl you're dating, your friend, your co-workers, the first thing that you bowl, they see you bowls like, oh, how did you hook the ball? You try to tell them, like, oh, it's your fingers, it's not your wrist. You lift up on the ball, you pretend you're shaking somebody's hand. Yeah, but then the two-handers come along from overseas and they're like, oh, hey, I can hook the ball now because I have two hands. So what I think happened was there was a jump in membership because it's a two-handed style, and USBC kind of wrote the rule in there, about what a delivery is and what is this. They kind of address it, even though, you know what I mean? Like they kind of made it a rule after the fact, even though it was kind of illegal. So that's why you get two sides of the fence saying, no, it was illegal. And some people, I thought it was always illegal. Like I said, I don't care. But what I was upset about is people thinking that I'm crazy saying that it was, you know what I mean? So this kind of proves it. Like, I don't have a horse in the race, like I said, but I can kind of see how the new membership comes, and you know, ABC or USBC started seeing a rise in membership, or more leagues started forming because the new age people started bowling because of the two-handed, and they made it seem like this never was a rule for that reason. But hopefully this solves a debate for you guys. Interpret it however you want. If there's other rules in here that you was like, no, you couldn't do that back then, but you can now, let me know. I'll send you a copy of it, or you know, email, scan it, send you a page on that rule. But thanks for watching. Hopefully this solves that debate, and hit it harder.